January 1, 2026, 03:17 a.m. local time. Tikhoretsk, Krasnodar region, Russia. One of the largest ammunition storage facilities in southern Russia sits in darkness. 16 reinforced concrete bunkers spread across more than 40 acres, nearly 2,000 tons of artillery shells, missiles, and explosives packed inside. This single complex feeds Russia's southern offensive in Ukraine. Every artillery barrage, every missile strike, every sustained ground operation, security is at its highest level. Air defense systems active, electronic warfare units online. Armed patrols moving continuously along the perimeter. Then the night detonates. 03:21 a.m. 5 Storm Shadow cruise missiles cut through the darkness at Mach 0.95, flying terrain-hugging profiles just meters above the ground, invisible to most radar systems. 40 seconds from impact. 03:22 a.m. The first missile slams into Bunker 7. Its bunker-busting warhead punches more than 3 meters into reinforced concrete before detonating. What follows isn't a single explosion. It's a chain reaction. Artillery shells begin to cook off. Missiles detonate inside confined spaces. Pressure waves tear through the structure like falling dominoes made of explosives. By 03:25 a.m., fires are burning out of control. Secondary explosions ripple across the facility. A mushroom cloud climbs into the sky, visible for more than 80 kilometers away. Russia's ammunition stockpile for the next 3 months is burning. This wasn't a random target. Tikhoretsk is the logistical heart of Russia's artillery war. Every shell fired toward Ukrainian positions passes through depots like this one. Without it, artillery units fall silent. Offensive momentum collapses. Intelligence estimates confirm the scale of the loss, roughly 2,000 tons of ordnance stored at peak capacity, thousands of 152mm artillery shells, multiple rocket systems, ammunition, surface-to-air missiles, cruise missiles, enough small arms ammunition to equip entire battalions, 16 bunkers, each built with 3-meter-thick concrete walls and blast doors weighing more than 12 tons. After years of Ukrainian strikes on ammunition depots across occupied territory and inside Russia itself, Moscow had hardened what remained. Tikhoretsk received major upgrades throughout 2025. Additional air defense batteries, overlapping Pantsir S-1 coverage, electronic warfare systems designed to jam drones, expanded perimeter security with thermal sensors and shoot-to-kill orders. On paper, it was untouchable. Ukrainian military intelligence had been tracking the site for months. Satellite imagery logged every delivery convoy. Signal intercepts revealed stockpile levels. By late December 2025, analysts confirmed a critical detail. Russia had just completed a major resupply from deep storage facilities in the Urals. The depot was full. It was the most valuable ammunition target in the southern theater, but it sat 250 kilometers inside Russian territory, protected by layered air defenses. S-400 systems provided long-range coverage. Short-range systems guarded the facility itself. Any aircraft crossing the border would trigger immediate interception. Traditional airstrikes were impossible. Drones would be jammed or shot down. Ukraine needed a weapon with range, precision, and penetration power. A system capable of striking from Ukrainian airspace and punching through hardened concrete. They chose Storm Shadow. December 30, 2025. Mission planning begins. Target: Tikhoretsk Ammunition Depot. Weapons: 5 Storm Shadow cruise missiles. Launch platform: a single MiG-29. Objective: penetrate multiple bunkers and trigger a catastrophic cook-off. The strike window was calculated carefully. Not New Year's Day, when defenses were alert, but after the holiday when routines returned and vigilance dropped. January 1, 2026, 03:35 a.m. A MiG-29 lifts off from a western Ukrainian airbase. No lights, radio silence. 5 missiles mounted, 3 under the fuselage, 2 under the wings. Total payload, over 1.5 tons of bunker-penetrating warheads. The jet climbs to altitude and turns northeast. 03:15 a.m. Launch position reached. Still inside Ukrainian airspace, Storm Shadow's range makes border crossing unnecessary. Targets are confirmed. Primary, Bunker 7. Secondary, Bunkers 3, 9, 12, and 14. 03:17 a.m. Launch sequence begins. Missile 1 drops. Wings deploy. Engine ignites. 5 seconds later, Missile 2. Then 3 more in rapid succession. Within half a minute, all 5 are racing toward the target at low altitude. The MiG-29 turns away and disappears. 03:19 a.m. Russian radar detects multiple fast-moving contacts hugging the terrain. Panzer crews scramble. Missiles fly through valleys, breaking radar locks. Defensive fire erupts. 1 Storm Shadow is intercepted kilometers from the target. 4 remain. 03:21 a.m. The first missile crosses the perimeter. Terminal guidance activates. The missile pitches into a steep dive. 03:22 a.m. Impact. The warhead punches through the blast door and detonates inside the bunker. 200 tons of stored artillery shells ignite. The roof lifts into the air. Flames surge dozens of meters high. Thermal radiation heats nearby bunkers. Seconds later, Bunker 6 detonates. 03:23 a.m. 2 more missiles strike Bunkers 3 and 9 almost simultaneously. Additional explosions cascade outward. 03:24 a.m. The final missile hits Bunker 14. Sympathetic detonations spread to adjacent structures. By 03:25 a.m., half the facility is either destroyed or burning uncontrollably. Emergency crews cannot approach. The heat is overwhelming. 8 bunkers are lost. 5 missiles achieved a 50% facility kill. The fires continue to burn as the shockwave ripples outward, ammunition still cooking off. Secondary explosions lighting the sky. And Russians' logistics for the southern front collapsing in real time. The shockwave keeps rolling across the complex. By 03:30 a.m., secondary detonations are still erupting every few minutes. Stored propellants ignite. Missiles rupture inside their casings. Steel fragments rain down across the surrounding fields. Russian emergency response units are mobilized, but they can't get close. Temperatures near the destroyed bunkers exceed operational limits. Fire suppression systems are useless against ongoing ammunition cook-offs. Satellite sensors begin detecting intense thermal signatures spreading across the site. Within an hour, the entire facility is visible from orbit. The damage assessment comes quickly, and it's grim. 8 bunkers completely destroyed, several others structurally compromised, rail access lines warped by heat, internal roadways cratered by repeated blasts. This isn't just a storage loss, it's a logistics collapse. Tikhoretsk supplied a significant share of artillery ammunition to Russia's southern military district. Units along the front were scheduled to receive resupply convoys within days. Those convoys never arrive. Artillery commanders begin rationing fire almost immediately. Rates drop. Barrage durations shorten. Priority targets replace saturation fire. Behind the scenes, Russian logistics officers scramble. Emergency redistribution plans are drafted. Stockpiles from other regions are identified, but transport distances are longer, routes more vulnerable. Rail networks are already stretched. Road convoys require air defense escorts that don't exist in sufficient numbers. Replacing the lost ammunition isn't fast. Much of it came from long-term storage facilities that take weeks to access and prepare. Production lines can't surge instantly. Some missile types destroyed at Tikhoretsk are manufactured in limited quantities. The financial impact compounds the operational damage. Rough estimates place the destroyed ordnance at over $500 million in replacement cost alone. Infrastructure damage adds hundreds of millions more. The real cost is measured in lost operational tempo. 5 cruise missiles forced Russia to rewrite its planning timelines, and the strike sends a message far beyond this one facility. Tikhoretsk was considered one of the most hardened ammunition depots in the region. Layered air defenses, reinforced bunkers, electronic warfare coverage. It still burned. Within hours, similar facilities across southern Russia increase alert levels. Extra patrols are ordered. Air defense crews remain on extended shifts, but resources are finite and coverage gaps remain. Ukrainian planners anticipated this response. The strike wasn't just about destruction, it was about forcing redistribution. Every additional air defense system pulled back to guard depots is one less system covering frontline units. Every logistics reroute creates new vulnerabilities, and this operation didn't require massed aircraft or risky border crossings. A single launch platform, Standoff range, precision targeting. It demonstrates a model of warfare built around intelligence, timing, and physics rather than numbers. As fires continue to burn at Tikhoretsk, analysts begin recalculating Russian artillery availability for the coming months. Projected daily shell expenditure drops sharply. Planned offensives are quietly scaled back. Meanwhile, Ukrainian intelligence continues monitoring Russian repair efforts, new construction activity, emergency bunker sealing, attempts to relocate surviving ammunition. Each movement creates another data point, another potential target, another pressure point. Because the strike at Tikhoretsk wasn't an isolated event, it was part of a broader strategy aimed at logistics, sustainment, and endurance. And as dawn breaks over the Krasnodar region, smoke still rising from the shattered depot, the consequences are only beginning to unfold. By morning light, the scale of the destruction is undeniable. Charred concrete, twisted steel, cratered ground where bunkers once stood. What had been Russia's primary ammunition hub in the south is now an exclusion zone. For Russian forces on the front, the impact is immediate. Artillery units go quiet. Fire missions are delayed or canceled. Commanders are forced to choose which sectors receive shells and which are left exposed. The war doesn't stop, but it slows. Ukraine achieves something far more powerful than a single explosion. It forces Russia into a defensive posture without advancing a single meter of ground. This is warfare by subtraction, removing the enemy's ability to fight rather than meeting it head-on. The message is unmistakable. Death is no longer safety. Hardened infrastructure is no longer protection. Distance is no longer a shield. A single aircraft, 5 precision weapons, and months of intelligence erased 3 months of firepower in minutes. This wasn't just the destruction of an ammunition depot. It was the dismantling of an assumption that Russia could stockpile, secure, and sustain its war indefinitely. As smoke drifts across the empty bunkers of Tikhoretsk, one truth becomes clear to every military planner watching from afar. In 2026, wars are not decided only at the front line. They are decided in the shadows, in logistics hubs, relay networks, and moments when defenses blink for just long enough. And on the night of January 1st, 2026, Ukraine proved it knows exactly where to strike.